Hi friends! Today we're going to be talking about character traits. Character traits are the outer and inner things that we know about people or know about characters. The outside character traits are physical. This means that we can look at a person and see that they have brown hair or blue eyes or they're wearing a blue shirt. The inside character traits are about personality. So we can't look at a person and know if they're nice or happy or kind or anything that we have to get to know them to find out. We have to spend time with them or read about a character before we know what their inside characteristics are. So real quick, what I want us to do is I want us to look at Sloppy Joe. This is the story we're going to be reading today. And I want us to look at his outside character traits and decide what we think that maybe the story will be about. So just by looking at Sloppy Joe, I see that he has brown hair. So I'm going to start writing some of our outside characteristics. Brown hair. Okay. I see that Sloppy Joe has blue eyes. I see that he's wearing a blue shirt. And he's holding a frog, and he looks like he's been playing in mud. So I'm going to write that he looks kind of dirty. I also see that he's wearing red shoes. And it looks like he's got messy hair. So until I read the story, I don't know what Sloppy Joe is like on the inside. I don't know what his personality is like yet. So we're going to read the story and we're going to find out what Sloppy Joe is like. Mom says I'm the first kid in history to take a school picture with gum stuck in his hair. You can barely notice. My room looks a little bit messy, but I know exactly where everything is. Everything except my bearded dragon, a few of his crickets, and a grilled cheese sandwich that I lost last summer. When you're sloppy, people are always telling you what to do. Tie your shoes, clean out your nose, stand up straight, comb your hair, pull up your pants. I'd rather be raised by alligators. I've always been good at being sloppy. I slurp, spill, slouch, talk with my mouth full, and put my elbows on the table without even trying. Dad says I'm a natural. So do Grammy and Big Grandpa. They spread newspapers all around me when we eat dinner at their house. How did they know a meatball could roll that far? But I'm not just good at being sloppy. I can catch more frogs than any kid on my street. Just ask my mom. I know how to help my dad in the yard, and I'm really good at baseball because I practice. But sometimes I wish I wasn't so sloppy. Like when my friend's mom doesn't let me come in the house. Just wait here, I'll send Jimmy out, she says. But I wipe my feet. What kind of pet does the son have? A hot dog. Hey Mom, what did the taco say to the burrito? Where have you been? When being sloppy gets me in really big trouble, I just try out my newest jokes. Sometimes even my best jokes don't work. So I decide something has to change. That's when I make up my mind to not be sloppy anymore. Starting tomorrow, I'll be Neat Joe. The next day, I give the dog a shower. I clean my room. I find that lost grilled cheese sandwich. It's so hard I almost break my teeth. I set the table for dinner. I even find one of my lost crickets. This being neat stuff isn't as hard as I thought it would be. But nobody cares about all my neatness because everyone in my family has the flu. I tell them not to panic. This is a job for Neat Joe. So I bring cold socks for their foreheads. I cover everything with germ spray. I even make soup. I try to cheer them up, but my jokes only make them groan louder. Hey guys, what kind of a dog wins every contest? A wiener dog. Get it? Wiener dog. What's wrong with you people? By the time Grammy gets here, I have everything under control. So what do you think of the new Neat Joe? I ask my family. He reminds me of old Sloppy Joe, Dad says. He's a very special kid, Mom says. So now that we've read the story, I want us to go back and think about what personality traits or what inside character traits do we now know about Sloppy Joe? We know that Sloppy Joe was really a nice kid, right? He did nice things for people. So I'm going to write nice. I also thought Sloppy Joe was very helpful. He tried to help his family when he was sick, and he always tried to actually help even if he was making things worse. He was also caring. He was funny. He was sweet. And he was happy. These are things that we couldn't have known about Sloppy Joe from just looking at him. We had to get to know him, or we had to read about him and see his actions to know what he was like on the inside. Now let's sort some of our characteristics by how he acts, feels, and things he says. So, one thing, he's funny. He says funny things, right? He says jokes. Something he feels is he feels happy. And he acts helpful when he's helping his family when they're sick. I want you to continue to sort how he acts, feels, and then things he says when you're doing your seesaw assignment or your paper assignment. Great job.